Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how to de-nib, buff and polish your freshly painted parts. Now as you can see, I have got a bit of crap in it all over the place. I'll just be showing you a couple of places how to de-nib it and polish it and whatever. You can see there's just a bit of hair, a bit of dirt. Now this is the stuff you're going to need. It's a bucket of water. Now I'll be using 2000 grit. In some cases you might need to use 1500. Just really depends on what you're doing. So if you need to cut out a run or something, you'd use 1500. But I'll just try to use the finest grit I can. Now you also need, this is called a Trizact sander. So it's a small audible sander. You can get the bigger pads, but because it's a small job, I'm just using these small ones. So I'll be using a 3000 grit, which you can't see really, and a 5000 grit. Now when you're doing this, you have to select the right pad with the product you're using. So with the compound, it's a firmer pad. So as you can see, that's pretty hard to push down. And then with the finer polish, it's much softer, and then the swell remover is much softer again. Alright, let's get to it. So let's remove this bit of hair. It's right there. Now, it's a good idea to use a block like this, just to keep it flat and on the surface you're working on. So you don't want to use your fingers because it'll leave grooves in the cleat. So alright, as you can see, that dirt nib and that bit of hair is completely gone. And it's completely flat. That's exactly how you want it. Now I'm just going to do the exact step to the rest of it, and I'll get back to you with the next step. Alright, for the next step, your 3000 Trizact. So I've just 3000 Trizact it. Now you can see it's all sort of one sort of shade. There's no 2000 marks left. I'll just quickly show you what it shouldn't look like. So when it's sort of half done and not done properly, there'll still be like an edge left where you've 2000'd it. So I'll just quickly show you what it looks like when it's sort of half done and what you don't want. So I'll just pick a good one. It's right next to what we'll do. So you can sort of see where I've 2000'd it and haven't properly trizacked properly, just that dark edge right there. So now's the time to get it out with the 3000s, so you don't have to come back to it later on. So that's what you want. That's what you don't want. You can see the light can come through that a bit more than this area. Still a bit too dark. So I'll just finish the rest of it and I'll get back to you with the next step. So as I was doing this, I've noticed there's a fair bit of solvent boil on one side. So what solvent boil is, it's little, like, I guess you say pimples really. So what happens is the solvent gets trapped underneath and it can't escape. So what they'll do is it will cause a pocket, and it will, so you can sort of see right there what it is. So the best way to fix this is just quickly skim over the top and take the top off it. So as I've done on the rest of it, you just go over the whole thing with the 3000 Trizact, and that should just take it off, leaving a nice smooth finish. So if you're doing a larger part like a bonnet or something, I wouldn't really recommend doing it this way. I'd get a bigger Trizact sanding disc and go over the whole thing like that. If you use one of these smaller ones, it'd be there all day. So yeah, I've just gone over the whole thing with it. Right, the next step is you use the 5000 grip. Same thing as before. Alright, I've just finished trizacking one half of it. Now you can see the light is coming through much more than the side that's just been 3000 grit. So it's much darker and the light's not really coming through it. That's exactly what you want. Alright, I'll do the rest of it and I'll get back to you. Okay, now that you've trizacked it, you want to start your compounding. So when you're doing this, you want to start slow, build the heat up, and then start moving. So just a couple of drops is all you need. Now you want to split this up into sections so you don't get lost and just make a mess. So that's what it's going to start to look like after you compound it. Now it's a good idea to have a torch, a bright torch like this one. And what you're checking for is any leftover Trizact scratches. So it looks all good. Now see all those swells there? Those are going to come out with the polish. But so I'll show you what not to do. So if you don't compound it properly, this is what you're going to be left with. Very hazy and just looks absolutely terrible. And the polish will not get this out. So this is what it's meant to look like. What it shouldn't look like. I'm going to finish compounding it all and then I'll move on to the polish. Alright, just finished compounding. Now you want to check it over for any ghosties, holograms, or whatever you want to call them. A good little tip is to use some window cleaner. Wipe the surface down and that will take any fillers out that was in the compound. So let's give it a good check over. Looking pretty good. Alright, the next step is the polish. Now what that will do is to take any of the swells out. See how you can see all the swells in it. And that will leave it looking like glass. Now when you're compounding, especially when you're compounding, you always want to keep moving. Otherwise you'll burn through the clear. And it's just a nightmare. Ask me how I know. Also, same thing with polishing, you always want to keep moving, you don't want to heat that clear up too much that you burn through. Has this been polished? Now you can see a noticeable difference from where it's been polished, and that's the compound. You can see it's all swirly. So right there you can really see the difference. Compound, polish. Alright, I'm going to finish this step and then I'm going to finish this step and then use a swirl remover and then I'll show you guys what it looks like back on the car. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go for a drive and I'll show you what it looks like in the sun. Please don't forget to drop a comment, like and subscribe. See you all in the next one.